Homework 9, Distance, Midpoints, and Circles, Video 7. This will be the final video in this series, and I love this problem. Find the equation of a circle whose diameter has endpoints of 3, 11, and 9, 3. That's all the information we're given. Now, based on what we've seen already, you should know that to build the equation of the circle, we need a center and a radius, and currently we have neither. So how are we going to get them? The answer is draw a picture and use what I think is some common sense. So let's sketch a picture of this, this circle. All we know is that it has a diameter whose endpoints are at 3, 11, so we'll just say it's up there, and 9, 3, we'll put it out there. So the only thing we know about this circle is it looks like this. Okay, maybe it doesn't stretch out this far, but not drawn accurately. What we need to know is the center and the radius. So let's start with the center. Think about it. On that diameter, where is the center located? If you said in the middle, that's not bad. But if you said at the midpoint, that's perfect. To find the center, it's just the midpoint. And remember, to find the midpoint, you just average the x's and average the y's. So let's get it set up. The x's are 3 and 9, so we'll average those. The y's are 11 and 3, so we'll average those. 3 plus 9 is 12. 12 divided by 2 is 6. 11 plus 3 is 14. 14 divided by 2 is 7. So now we know where the center is. But we still need the radius. So how can we find the radius? Oh, wait a minute. Isn't the radius just the distance from the center to the circle? Yeah. We can find the distance between the center and the circle. There's another way to find the radius. We could find the distance across the diameter. But if you did that, that would not be the radius. It would be twice as large. So we would have to cut it in half. I would prefer to find the radius by finding the distance between the center and either point, so I don't have to worry about cutting it half at the end. So the radius is going to be the distance from the center, which we just found was 6, 7, to either point. It's the midpoint, it's the same distance on either side. We'll use 9, 3. So that would be the square root of the sum of the squares of the differences of the corresponding coordinates. 6 and 9, second x minus the first x. It wouldn't matter if you subtracted it the other way around. Second y minus the first y. 3 minus 7. So square root of 9 minus 6 is 3 squared. 3 minus 7 is -4 squared. I'll pause here for a second. Some of you are going to make a mistake in your calculator and never know it. What does this equal? If you said 16, you're wrong. Because who's getting squared? Not the negative, just the 4. That's actually equal to -16. And if you wrote this in a calculator, if you typed this in a calculator, it would treat it as such and you would get a wrong answer. To square a negative number in a calculator, in a display calculator, you must put the negative number in parentheses. Otherwise, the negative does not get squared, only the number gets squared. It's a very subtle but very common mistake that people make, intending to square a negative number, but not actually squaring it. Only squaring the number, but not the negative. I digress. Haven't added or square rooted yet. 3 squared is 9, -4 squared is 16. 9 plus 16 is 25. Square root of 25 is 5. So now we know the radius, and now we know the center. But what we don't know yet is the equation, because that's what we were asked for. But we have everything we need. Therefore, I think I've shown you this before, but 3-dot triangle is the symbol for the word therefore. The equation is, remember how the equation of a circle looks. X minus the x coordinate of the center, which was 6. Y minus the y coordinate of the center, which was 7. Square of the radius. I don't want to rewrite the whole thing. Let's just replace the 5 squared with 25. There's the equation, and that's the end of this section. If you have any questions, please feel free to text me. And on a personal note, I hope you guys are keeping safe. I know these are some crazy times that we're in right now, and doing college algebra, maybe not on the top of your priority list now. I personally believe that one thing that everybody can do to help get through this situation is to try to not only be safe, but establish as much normalcy as possible. I feel like by filming these videos and making them available for you, giving you homework and eventually a test, more on that in just a second, that's my way of attempting to establish normalcy in this time of chaos, if you will. If there's anything I can do to help you in terms of this class, or possibly otherwise, feel free to text me, feel free to email me, feel free to message me in Canvas, and I'll see what I can do. Can't make any promises, but if it's relative to the class, of course I can help you. I do want to mention that you're going to have a test over all of the homework from chapter 2. Now, in your homework, you don't know which chapter everything comes from, but it starts with the problems about functions and goes all the way through what we just saw. Your test is going to be available on Friday of this week, and it will be open for 1 week, and it will be online through My Labs. You will be allowed to use any notes that you want and any textbook that you may or may not have. What I will ask you to not do not get help from other people. Do not get help from online websites that can solve problems. When your test becomes available, you will have one opportunity to try it, and you will not know the results until the due date. What I will ask you to do is to take pictures of your work and send them to me either in Canvas or via text message. If you do not send me the work on your test, you will not get any credit for the test. You will get a 0. I'm going to lay all this out in an announcement later this week. I'm just prepping you for what's going to happen later. Tests will open on Friday. We'll close the following Friday. Notes are allowed. Books are allowed. Help from other people, help from websites, not allowed. You will be doing the test online, but I will be asking you to work out your problem on paper and sending me pictures of your work. No pictures means no work, means no credit. I'll lay out all the details on Friday. You guys stay safe, and I'll get some more videos out later. Have a good day.